Welcome, friends, to NightLights, our daily Advent gathering where we remind ourselves that we are awaiting people, where we remind ourselves that mystery and love surround us still, and we enter into the silence of this night that God has given us to restore our souls. This is NightLights. Our readings for this first Friday of Advent come to us from the book of Psalms and from the second book of Corinthians. Come now and see the works of God, how wonderful God is in dealing with all people. Show us your wonderful loving kindness, O Savior, Savior of those who take refuge at your right hand. Keep me as the apple of your eye, and hide me in the shadow of your wings. For God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, has shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus the Christ. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. And so as we enter into our first silence, our first time of pondering and wondering with the candlescape, you'll recognize this cello piece as a very familiar song. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And so our poem for this night. I bow to God in gratitude, and I find the moon is also busy doing the same. I bow to God in great happiness, and I learn from where the children and my heart all borrow their light. I bow to the divine friend in deep reverence and discover a marvelous secret carried in the air. While this universe is just as blessed and divinely crazed as I, and just as lost in his wonderful holy dance, my dear, after such a long, long journey, God has set another soul free. And now all I want to do is open a beautiful tavern where the sacred wine of God's truth, love, and knowledge is forever and ever freely offered to you. I bow in gratitude. And someday, you will see how the moon is also busy doing the same. Let's take another quiet pause before we begin our closing prayer. Please pray with me. O great, holy, divine, give each of us the grace to cast away darkness and live in the light. As we in this time and space wait for the Christ who came in great humility. Look favorably on the work of your hands, all of creation, and then by the working of your providence, carry out your plan, that the cast down be lifted up, that the things grown old be made new, that all might be brought to perfection through the Christ. Protect us, Lord, as we stay awake. Watch over us as we sleep, that awake we may watch with Christ, and asleep rest in peace. Now we lie down in peace, and sleep comes at once. For you alone, Lord, make us to dwell in safety. Thanks for keeping me company. Glad you could be here. See you tomorrow. God bless.